Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is a very special podcast. I'm here with the one, the only wild child, Bri, also known as Brianna Olsen. So,
hi guys, it's me.
this is crazy.
I know, I'm super excited. I've never done a podcast before.
No, this is literally your first podcast.
Yeah.
I was like, I have to get a hold of her.
Mm-hmm.
I have to get her on a podcast.
Yeah, we have a lot of things to talk about. Something new every day. I'm a little scared.
We've been planning this for like 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
2 weeks?
And it's
Longer.
still something new every day.
Yeah.
I don't think she's caught up on the Bri Olsen lore.
I'm really not. I'm really not. But before we get into everything, I kind of just want to take it a step back. Mm-hmm. And I want to know, how did you become an influencer? How did you get on social media? Because I think I've seen some of your old videos, and you kind of were just doing
So it happened on accident. I never planned to be on social media. I actually so my first ever apartment in LA, one of my sugar daddies bought me. Me and all my friends lived there.
Oh, we have to get into it.
They I'm very open about having sugar daddies now. It was exposed without me wanting it to be. So, we're just an open book now. But so a lot of my friends when I first moved to LA in 2019 did social media and I didn't. And one day they were just like, "Oh, we're going to go to Rodeo Drive and film a video. Do you want to come?" I'm like, "Of course. I'm just a 19-year-old wanting to hang out with my friends."
Yeah.
So I go and I have this funny idea that I'm going to try and buy someone's boyfriend off them, offer them money to buy their boyfriend. And that was the first video I ever did and it blew up. I was just doing it for fun. I posted it and it blew up. And I remember asking my friend, because she had 1 million at the time. She was staying with me. 1 million followers at the time. And she was like, I was like, "So what do I do from here?" I gained 300K in the first week. That's how it all started. And she's like, "Yeah, you can never stop posting." So I have not stopped posting since 2019. I have been doing social media for a very long time and just try to stay consistent with it. But I originally blew up off of doing skit videos like that, just having fun with my friends.
Little skits.
Yeah, little fun skits, buying people's boyfriends, taking people's food out their hands, stuff like that. So.
Yeah. I think there's a difference between blowing up from skits and then blowing up from your personal life.
It turned into that. Now it's all about my personal life. I mean, my whole life is on social media. So
yeah, and I think that there's a lot of controversies. We're gonna get into everything.
Yeah.
And kind of explore that. But when did your personal life when was there a transition from these skits to your personal life? When did that happen?
It was when I got pregnant and I announced it on social media. That's when everything became very personal. Then people really started just being nosy. Everything mattered. Everything mattered when I came out with that. They were one surprised that I was pregnant, obviously, because I was so young. And that it was
How old were you?
I got pregnant at, I think, sorry, that's really bad. I don't know, 23.
Wait, how old are you now?
I'm 24.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I got pregnant at 23.
Okay.
And then I think it was also a shock because it was by somebody that I wasn't even dating anymore. And he was an influencer. So I think that's what drew everyone in. They were just okay, this girl's pregnant. Who is she pregnant by? Oh my God, it's this other influencer. They're having a baby, but they're not dating anymore. What happened? That's very interesting for people. So I think that's where it all started.
I think I saw relationship content with you and 2K.
Yeah, we dated on and off for 10 months. We would post videos together. Yeah.
How on and off? Every other month we're breaking up or
it was one of those, you know those toxic relationships.
Yeah.
You're always breaking up and getting back together.
Never. Everyone goes through a toxic relationship.
Yeah, for sure. I had mine for sure. I think I'm still going through it in a way. I don't know.
I mean, when you have a baby with someone, I feel it's hard to when you're in a toxic relationship and you can just kind of detach yourself from that person and be okay, I'm done,
Yeah. But, I mean, it's one thing to leave a toxic relationship, but it's one thing to leave it. And then now you have a baby together for the rest of your life. So it's
in some way.
Yeah. It's been fucking chaotic. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my God. I feel like I'm going through it just so people can watch and just not do the same thing.
So you think that you publicizing everything is you just kind of wanting people to be don't do what I've done, or
I mean, maybe learn from me.
Okay.
I mean, if anything, I learned from myself too, but I'm also young, so I'm still learning.
Of course.
But yeah, I think I've always liked being an open book. Like I've been open about everything, even before my drama was put on social media by other people. Like I've always been an open book. Any of my friends can tell you the same thing. I'm very open about everything. Like there's no shame in my game. Like,
yeah.
So, you know, I don't really have a problem with like my business being on social media. I think it's kind of funny, low-key. I'm like, I'll be y'all's entertainment, I guess. Fuck it. God.
No, so. you lived on, like you live, not even live on my For You page.
Yeah.
And it stemmed from, I went through, oh my God, it's like a black hole. Like at first I was on Trevino. All of a sudden this lady keeps popping up on my For You page, her clips. I'm like, okay, now I'm enamored by this person. Then you pop up. Okay. And then now I'm getting clips of you on live, and then and then 2K. And then, you know, it's like a whole,
all these characters.
Yes. Yeah. Santos. Like,
yes.
All these huge characters are just like living on my For You page.
Yeah, there's a lot of lore to everything. Everyone's connected. We're all connected. Like, I've hung out with Ash, and then I hung out with Santos, and then Santos and my baby daddy were friends at one point, and now they're not. And then Ash was beefing with my baby daddy. Like, they're calling each other broke. I don't know. Like, it was like everything's fucking connected. But when you do social media, you can expect that. You can expect to cross paths. You know, opinions are gonna fly all over the place. Yeah. So I mean,
I think I saw that clip of Ash. I think I saw that clip of Ash talking, like going off about 2K on live.
Yeah, she doesn't like him. She doesn't like him. They don't like each other.
We all can tell. We all can tell. And she was like, you can't talk about my parenting because you're young and I've been doing this for a while or whatever.
Oh, yeah, something like that. He was talking. Yeah.
It was something. And then I saw his response. You know, I know that you guys had beef and like, you know, whatever. And not beef. That's a really bad word to say.
What, me and Ash?
Considering, no. Oh, you and 2K.
Oh, yeah. I mean, no,
beef is not the right word.
Dead ass, it's beef. Swear to God, I'm calling it now.
But his responses to Ash, where I was sitting in bed and I was like, "Oh my God, like that is fucking hilarious." Like,
yeah,
he's very quick with it. He's
for
like
sure,
very like
for sure. And we were like that in our relationship too. Like we were all. I mean, that's one thing about like when we would argue, like we're toe to toe because we're like the same. Yeah. We're like so quick with the response, and I think that's why like it didn't work out too.
Yeah, I feel like
he's like, bitch, you're too much like me. I'm like, motherfucker, you annoy the shit out of me. Gotta go.
I feel like you have really two big like personalities.
Yeah, I think that clashes. That definitely clashes. There's a lot that went wrong, but that was probably one big thing too.
Okay,
we both had big personalities.
So you can identify that like there was so many other factors in your relationship that just like personality wise wasn't compatible.
Yeah, I mean, it was textbook toxic relationship. Like you said, everyone goes through a toxic relationship in their life. Mm-hmm. That was mine. That was like just textbook, like, you just got to go through it. So it happened, and that's what it was. I mean, it was just like never a good moment. Yeah. We were always fighting. You know how it goes. So
trust me, I've been there. I've been there.
I'm glad to be out of it. Oh my God, I'm so thankful. I literally thank God every fucking day. Thank you, God.
Okay, well, I do have questions for you.
Okay.
I'm going to go like a little slow, and then we'll kind of like get into the harder ones. Okay. So when did you and your baby daddy 2K start fighting publicly online?
We did it a little bit during our relationship, but live wasn't a thing at that time. Okay. Like live streaming, people weren't live streaming then. So it really wasn't like people don't even remember that. Okay. But I would say like for sure when I got pregnant, when I announced it. Okay. That started everything publicly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And who kind of threw the first shot?
I mean, he will always say his opinion on it, and I think we will always have different opinions on everything. But my answer would be he started it because all I did was announce that I was pregnant. Mm-hmm. He had a bad response to that, and that's where it started. What was all I did was just like announce that, hey, I'm pregnant. I wasn't like taking any shots at anybody at this point. Like I was just like, hey, like I'm pregnant. I did my pregnancy video, and his response was just like horrible online. And that's where it was like, everyone was obviously like, oh my God, like, Bree just announced that she's pregnant and that it's yours. his response was like, it was just really ugly. It was just like, I don't even know if it's mine. Like, just kind of just like I don't like throwing dirt on like me just trying to be happy and like announce that I'm pregnant.
So
because he was hurt.
Do you think he was just like with the toxicity of your relationship and everything? Do you think that maybe he was just maybe in denial about your pregnancy? Or
I mean, for sure. I mean, he was so young, and finding out that you're gonna have a baby with somebody
hard.
You just broke up with, like,
it's a really hard situation.
He was in denial for a long time, for sure.
Yeah. And when did you guys start kind of coming together? Because I did see videos of you guys like while you were pregnant, like in a hot tub doing lives or whatever, and videos of him like holding your stomach. And
so we didn't talk my whole pregnancy. And then he reached out to me like closer to when I was about to deliver my son, and he was like, I want to be there for the birth, and like trying to like come back around basically, because he wanted to be there for the birth and to sign the birth certificate. Okay. So that's really when we started like talking again.
Okay, yeah, because I saw videos of you in like the delivery room, and his mom was there, right?
No, my mom was there.
Your mom was there.
Yeah.
Okay. So I saw like videos of him like holding your hand and helping you through that. That's a huge moment as a woman. You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah, it was like painful. It was scary. So I was like,
I can't imagine.
Yeah, I was like so glad that my mom was there, and like my like obviously Winter's dad. So that was at least that. Yeah. At least we did that.
Oh, so you said Winter's dad.
Yeah.
But I saw a clip.
whoa, pause.
But I did see one clip that was like, 2K is not the dad.
Thanks I know. Yeah, he basically so nobody knew about this, but he was like obviously denying that it was his the whole pregnancy. Mm-hmm. And then I offered to give him a DNA test at the hospital. I even asked like the doctor and like the nurses in front of him. And I don't know what happened. They were just like busy. I don't fucking know. So we ended up not doing it. And then when he filed for full custody, there was like a thing in the papers that said like, oh, they were going to do a DNA test. Because I think you have to establish paternity when you file in court. Okay. So he never did a DNA test. And then he came on social media and said like, yeah, like, I don't know why. I think it was clickbait, or if he wanted views. I don't know what it was for. Like, I don't know what reason he brought up on the internet that he never took the DNA test. And so I was just like, well, fuck it. Like, I don't know why you want to bring this up, but fuck it. And I was just trolling, and I was like, yeah, maybe you should take it.
You were just trolling?
Yeah, okay, I was trolling.
Were you just mad? Like,
no, I wasn't mad.
That's kind of crazy.
Is it? Don't we all say crazy things?
Yeah. I mean, okay.
Yeah, yes. We were arguing.
I say crazy things on the internet, but.
Yeah, I mean, like, so the first time I ever said, like, maybe you should take a DNA test was when we were, there was like an altercation at one of our drop-offs, like when I was supposed to pick up my son. And we ended up like getting into an altercation. We're fighting, we're arguing with each other. And I was like, yeah, maybe you should go take that fucking DNA test. Like, I'm just throwing shots, obviously. So
you're just an instigator.
I mean, a little bit. It's kind of funny.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, maybe I do say some crazy shit. I'm definitely not innocent.
Are you ever worried that, like, going kind of back to the things that you're saying online, just kind of like throwing shots, being an instigator, just like, whatever. If you say something, I'm going to say something worse. Are you ever worried that Winter is going to grow up and he's going to see all of the things that have gone down online? And are you worried about that? Are you worried that it's going to be detrimental to his childhood, or,
I think, a lot of people ask me that, the things that you do online, the things that you say, are you ever worried about how it's going to affect your son in the long run? And it's like, I do think about it, but it's already happened. And I don't think that his dad's innocent either. Like, he does say shit too. And stuff about me as well. Like, I don't think either of us are innocent. So if I suddenly started like worrying about what my son's going to see one day, like, his dad's still going to be talking anyway. So it's like, I might as well say something.
Do you think there's ever going to be a time where you guys can kind of come together and be like, hey, like, Winter is going to be older. He's going to see all these things. Like, let's just cease. Like, let's just not. Like, white flag, maybe,
I don't know if we'll ever get to that point just because we both do social media for a living.
Do you want to?
Want to what?
Like get to that point of just being like, cease,
No, I'll never shut the fuck up. I don't care. I swear to God.
Not even for your son's like benefit. Like you just not saying you should shut the fuck up. I'm saying not saying you should shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like you can do other controversial things, like get clout, get views, whatever, blah blah. But like I'm saying,
but like leave the baby out of it.
Yeah.
I mean, for the most part, I really don't talk about my son online. Like it's people asking me constantly. Mm-hmm. People are constantly like in my lives asking me questions about like my court case, my son. They're the ones asking me. I never really like a lot of my videos. If you go and look, like a lot of them. They're about other things. Mm-hmm. They're not even about like my son. Yeah. Unless I post like a cute video of him, which is like obviously I can do because he's my baby. So yeah. I don't know. I feel like I already leave him out of things. Yeah. I really don't like bring. I mean, like me and the beef between like me and my ex, like that has nothing to do with like our son. I feel like the most part.
That's his dad.
Yeah. Fuck his dad. Deadass. I just want to say that.
That's gonna get clipped. That's 1,000%.
That's just how I feel. Like I don't know. It's hard. It's hard co-parenting with somebody that you used to date. It's really hard. It's such a weird dynamic.
Yeah,
it's really hard.
I think co-parenting and everything being kind of. I mean, people do it. People are able to co-parent and be influencers.
It's a thing for sure. Like, I mean, what we're going through is something. It's not something a million people haven't gone through or are going through or will go through. Like a lot of people have, kids with their exes, mm-hmm. and they don't end up together. So, ours is just public. Very.
Yeah. Yeah. Super.
Yeah.
You've called 2K a bad dad numerous amounts of times on TikTok Live. Is that coming from factual information or just the qualms you've had in your romantic relationship?
Okay, I've called him a bad dad, but at the same time, I mean, he's a good dad and a bad dad. He's a trying dad.
Clip this.
Whoa. Whoa. Yeah, I don't want to gas him too much, actually. Never mind. Take it back.
No, but that's good. That's good that you can sit here and you can,
I mean, he's a little bit of both.
Baby dad.
Yeah, like,
you know what I mean?
Like he's a little bit of both. Like he could be better. Like there's certain things that I just don't agree with. And when I'm saying he's a bad dad, I'm not saying that that's entirely him. But it's certain things like why does he think, how does it make you a good dad if you're like bashing your son's mom publicly? Like, I don't know. I don't think that's what a good dad would do. Mm. So, have my,
I think it's equal, though. I think it's equal bashing.
Yeah, mine are true. A lot of his are lies.
What's a lie?
I mean, he said so many lies about me. Just so many things. I can't even begin to recount. Yeah. One of them was saying that I lied about a miscarriage.
Which I didn't want to ask that because you had posted it on your, what?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, spicy platform. And I was like,
I did post my miscarriage story on my OnlyFans.
Yeah.
A lot of people were not happy about that.
Crazy move. Yeah, kind of a crazy move.
Look, if people want the tea, you're going to have to pay me. Yeah. I'm trying to get paid. It's for bag season.
Bag season.
So, a lot of people were not happy that I had posted that response video mm-hmm. on my spicy page. But, yeah, I never truly gave a fuck. Yeah. But yeah, we can talk about it. I mean, it's already been leaked.
Brand.
Yeah, it's already been leaked. So yeah, we can talk about it. But yeah, he had basically him and his mom had basically came up with this story that I lied about a miscarriage because I wanted to I didn't want him to break up with me or something like that. It was super weird. And then they had bullied me about it for the longest time.
And what tattoo was I saw him talking about a tattoo.
Oh yeah, so I have a tattoo. Actually, I guess now that the footage is fucking leaked off my OnlyFans. Yeah. So basically what I talked about in the video on my OnlyFans is that there was some information that he didn't know. Mm-hmm. And I had told him, so his whole story up until recently was oh, she lied about it. It never happened. I did lie about something. I didn't have a miscarriage. I had an abortion.
Okay.
And I didn't tell him.
Okay.
So the whole time he's thinking that I lied about having a miscarriage, it's because I never showed him any proof.
Okay.
But it's because I didn't want to tell him that it was actually like I just got an abortion. That was the whole thing. And the reason why
Did you think it was going to upset him?
No, the reason why I didn't tell him was because when I got pregnant, I had slept with him and another guy in the same night. So I wouldn't have known who it was. I'm sorry. It's not funny. So I wouldn't have known whose baby it was. So, I mean, like, I'm sorry. I'm not the only girl who's gone through this.
Okay.
Like, it happens.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a lot of things. Yeah, I mean, call me a hoe for it. Fuck it. Yeah, I slept with him and another guy in the same night. So I didn't know whose it was. And I had just started dating him, and I actually really liked him at first. So I didn't want to I didn't want to like scare him off. Yeah. Like, imagine you start dating a guy, you really like him, he fucking gets you pregnant. Okay, that's not the worst news to tell him. But imagine you don't know whose it is because you slept with him and another guy in the same night. That's what I was scared of. That's why I didn't tell him ultimately, because I was just like, man, what if he like, you know, obviously, what if he leaves me? You know, we just started dating. I did like him. So I'm like, oh, that's going to make me look bad. So that's why I didn't tell him. It wasn't for any other reason but that. So obviously some people aren't going to like that. That was the reason why. But, you know, that's just what it is.
Okay.
So,
and that tattoo is representing what?
Just like, I mean, that was my first pregnancy. I was really scared. And, you know, I mean, it was still losing a baby. It was a hard decision to make.
Yeah, of course.
So, you know, that's why I got it. And yeah, I guess like the only thing I could take accountability for is obviously just like saying it was one thing when it was another. Like saying it was a miscarriage when really I got an abortion. Like, I think people would be mad at that.
Okay.
So.
Well, the internet is very brutal, kind of sensitive about that certain subject.
Yeah, for sure. But the whole point of me telling my side of the story was that I just wanted to make it known that I like didn't lie about that, because he was going around telling everybody that I did lie about that, like lie about having a miscarriage or like lie about losing a baby. And I was like, okay, no, that's not the case.
Okay.
So yeah,
she's cleared her name.
Yes, I've tried.
She monetized it at first, and then she's going on the podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone's gonna know for free.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, we all know
it got leaked.
It got leaked off the OnlyFans. Fuck, it's okay.
What has been your craziest OnlyFans request? Because you're a mom doing this. Yes.
So I think it was a shocker to everybody that like my whole brand is Moms on OF. Like that's our brand. Like we started MILF House LA. You know, we got a huge mansion in LA to start this. And the whole brand is that like moms can be hot, moms can be sexy, and like, you know, they can do things that other women are doing, even though they're parents. So people were shocked. But yeah, so being a mom on OF, my weirdest request, probably selling like ounces of my breast milk to men. Yes. I don't know exactly what they're doing with it, to be honest.
Drinking it.
Most likely.
Drinking it.
Yeah.
Or like maybe like rubbing it.
I mean, bathing in it. I don't know what they're doing.
You know.
I mean, I will say one thing though. They're like probably not going to get sick for like a really long time because that shit's like gold.
I heard that like breast milk. What else is it? Your placenta.
Yeah. So I've actually sold my placenta. I did sell it. Yes, I did sell it. I had a guy, this was before I started OnlyFans. I had a guy reach out to me while I was pregnant. So I didn't have OnlyFans yet. This was just a random guy. And he was very interested in like buying my placenta. I don't know exactly why that would be of interest to a man. But I did sell it to him.
For how much?
It was only $30,000.
Only $30,000. Yeah. For only $30,000, you could have Brie Olsen's placenta.
Yes. And in fact, we did. So yeah, I don't know what happened to that guy. I haven't reached out. It would be kind of cool if we could like.
He probably ate it.
I mean, I'd be down to like reconnect and see what he did with that. That would be an interesting story, I think. Yeah. But yeah, weirdest request on OnlyFans has definitely been men. I've had several men buy breast milk from me.
Okay. So people are kind of like enthralled by the idea of you being a mom, being pregnant, all that. Like, do you have like pregnant pictures on there?
Yeah. So I have pregnant spicy content on my OnlyFans. Yes, I've sold that. I mean, it's basically like, how can I say this without saying too much? Because if you want to see it, you can see it. It's on there. It's nothing too crazy.
I'm like, paint me a picture.
Okay. I was like, I was pregnant and I was doing things that, I have a pregnant sex tape on there. Yes. Yeah, it was one of my exes.
Oh.
Yeah, I did date a guy while I was pregnant. We made spicy pregnant content.
Okay.
And that's like sold the best on my OnlyFans.
That's crazy.
I know. And I was pregnant as fuck. Like I was like 8 months. I was huge. So people are really into that.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Are you worried? Like that, winter?
I mean, I don't expect him to ever see this content. But
do you feel guilty for maybe like exploiting your pregnancy for?
I mean, I always said like, pregnant women need sex too. I mean, there's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing like taboo about that. Like, pregnant women have sex. Okay, there's nothing wrong about like me having sex with my boyfriend while I was pregnant. The only thing is that yes, we did like film it and we sold it on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
So maybe people will look at me crazy for that. But
So no guilt, no regret.
No regrets. I mean, it's already there. It's already out there. So.
Well, yeah, I guess regret is the wrong word to use.
I mean, there's not a lot that I regret. I try not to like live like that.
Yeah,
and worry too much. I think that's why people have such a problem with me is because I think they want me to like feel bad about anything. And it's just like, I don't.
Okay.
I don't know. I think there's genuinely something wrong with me. I'm not sure. Yeah. Probably. Been told that a few times.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
I've seen that. I've seen a few comments.
Yeah, just a few maybe.
Although not everything online is real or true, do you think your actions for views and clicks represents a reliable and solid parent?
Are you talking about like my online image and me as a parent?
Like the things that you're doing on live and all that, and the partying, the drinking, the I could bring a few situations up.
Yeah, I think we all know those clips. We've all seen them.
that I've seen. Do you blame the internet for thinking, okay, maybe this isn't a solid and reliable parent because?
I mean, I think that when you're under the spotlight and like you have a camera on you 24/7, how could of course everything's going to be like judged, like harder than like anybody else, because like I'm not doing anything nobody else does. Like I'm not doing things that are like out of the ordinary. Like I'm 24. I have a social life. I drink. I party. I go to clubs. I go out to dinner. I vacation. Like I don't think these are things that like I shouldn't be doing. But I think people online judge it because they think that like once you have a kid, you need to just like lock yourself away and just like throw your life away. And I think a lot of people are actually just like mad that maybe that's what they did when they had a kid and that's not what I'm doing. Like I try and balance being a parent and learning how to be a parent because I'm a new parent and like also still being young. I don't want to ever like look back and be like, I regret not doing this or I regret not living this way. Everything that I do is because I want to do it.
Yeah. I think that people are worried because, the custody battle.
Yeah.
And, what's the parenting like the split right now?
So right now we have temporary orders. We have a child custody court in April.
Okay.
So a month from now. But we've had temporary orders for the past like 6 months where my son is with his dad in Dallas for 3 weeks and he travels to LA for 1 week. But I was basically coerced into agreeing to that schedule because my ex strategically filed a restraining order on me when he took me to court for full custody. And it's kind of like when you're going to court, like you do things strategically, obviously. So he did that so that I would have to agree to that schedule, basically. So I had to agree to that in order to get him to drop the restraining order.
Okay.
That's the whole reason why I even agreed to let him have our son for 3 weeks and me only 1 week.
So you guys are having court in, like you said, a month, and this is kind of going to dictate full custody, which parent has.
Yeah. In April, we go to court for child custody.
Okay.
And he also filed a move away order. He filed for full custody and a move away order.
Okay.
He wants my son to.
In Texas.
Yes. To be like legally live in Texas because, you know, my son, court is in Los Angeles County jurisdiction. And that's because my son was born in LA.
Yeah.
So he wants everything moved basically to, you know, to Texas.
Yeah, I think that, like, you know, as a parent, you should have a good balance of your social life and, you know, like you can't be in all the time. I think people are worried because there's a lot of pressure right now. That's like that there's this huge thing coming, and it almost, the partying and the drinking and you living your best life makes it seem like you don't care, like, about like this. Everyone's worried and like, oh my God, like how is she going out and having fun with her friends when she might lose her kid? I think that's the thought process of it. Yeah,
I know people think that. How do I say this? And a lot of people are always like, you know, are you worried that like everything that you do online can be used against you in court? And absolutely it can. But at the same time, like I said, we both do social media for work, so it's entertainment. So I just mark it as like, you know, it can't be used against me if that's how I make money. But I know people are worried because they're like, oh my God, this girl's fucking insane. Like, who does this during a custody battle?
Yeah.
But I see it as like, I just don't want to put my life on pause. Like, you know, I am going through a custody battle.
And how are you holding up? I think that like everyone's wondering, like, you get a lot of hate. Like, are you okay? Like, how are you dealing with this mentally through the custody battle? Because online, it seems like you don't care because you're out.
Yeah. I mean,
in Miami right now. Woo!
Yeah. Yeah. I always say my online personality is a lot different from me in person. You know, you guys have to remember, like, I do social media for a living. That's how I make money. So how I portray myself online sometimes is just online. It's not really what's actually going on behind closed doors. And I also think that, like, you know, what is actually going on behind closed doors is I just keep it there. Like, I don't need to bring it to the internet. Like, that's my personal life. But through everything, like, people are like very like, are you worried about how court's going to go? I think, you know, whatever God's plan is God's plan. I can only do so much on my end. So I'm honestly not worried. All we're going to court for is to just figure out how we're going to share our child. That's like the main goal. He is taking me to court for other reasons. You know, he wants to like completely like rip my child out of my life. I'm going to court with the mindset of like, let's figure out how we can, you know, share our child. Okay. So I think we just like both have different approaches to it, but that's mine. Like, ultimate end goal is just like, look, let's just figure out how we can do this, like how we can best co-parent, how we're going to share, like what's the timing going to be like. We both live in different states. Like, you know, where's Winter going to be? Is he going to be with me for 6 months and you for 6 months? So that's all that we're doing. That's how I see it. All we're doing is just trying to figure out what schedule works for us. That's what court is for in April.
Let's say, like, you know, obviously you're going into court being like, let's share. But in some worlds where, let's say you went to court and you got full custody of Winter, would you let 2K see his son? Like, would you still?
Yeah. And I'm sure, like, even if that situation did happen, either way, you know, the court's also going to give us like a schedule to follow. Like, there's court orders that you have to follow. So that's what we're going to court for, to get a court order parenting schedule, because we cannot outside of court agree on one. So we have to go to court to do that, you know? So that's all that we need. Just a little bit of like structure. because we don't have any without the judge.
you guys argue too much. You can't make a
we don't agree on anything. So we absolutely need a judge to make, some court ordered decisions that we should follow.
Well, at least you can recognize that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Next question. You and Bali.
Yes.
You guys are besties.
Yeah, we met randomly through Santos.
Okay.
She went viral.
Did you and Santos fuck?
Did me and Santos? Yeah, I was actually gonna ask him. I saw him last night. I was actually gonna ask him while I'm in Miami. I'm planning on asking him today if he'll sign an NDA so that we can release a video on OnlyFans, because we did take a video. And I believe he'll do it. So soon, maybe our video will be on OnlyFans.
Oh.
Yes, we did. So he did.
Was it good?
Oh man, wait. Honestly, I wouldn't do it again. I love you, Santos. I wouldn't do it again.
How big?
The video.
How big is it? Tell me when to stop.
No, like he's big. No, yeah, he's big. He's like an 8.
8?
No, he's a big dick.
I just big dick, but it was bad.
No, I'm not saying the sex is bad. I just wouldn't do it again. Like, I don't know. He's like a brother to me now.
Whoa, fucking her brother.
Yeah.
Brianna Olsen.
Yeah, would not fuck my brother again. Wait, what? So, yeah, he did go on Camilla's podcast and he did lie and said we didn't hook up. For reasons.
Why is he lying?
I think it's because
he's lying on your new.
Yeah, he was friends with my ex at the time, so I think he didn't want to like upset him. So him and 2K were like live battling and they were like becoming really close. And then, Santos went on Camilla's podcast, and when Camilla asked if like we had slept together, he said no. So, I respected that, and I was just like, yeah, no, we didn't.
Well, now you heard it here.
Yes, we did sleep together multiple times.
And apparently the dick is big.
I just wouldn't do it again.
Just wouldn't do it again.
I just wouldn't do it again. All love to Santos. The video is very hot though. I did, I go live on my OnlyFans, and I did give, obviously my chat tipped me for this. I did let them hear the sex tape. I didn't let them see it. I let them hear it. So, and they were like, wow, like that sounds hot. So a few people want to see this video. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to convince Santos tonight to sign that NDA.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So it is out there now. Yes. We did sleep together. Him and Bali hooked up. That's actually how we met. Well, she went viral for giving him head in the back seat.
Yes, Bali. Sorry, Bali. She's backseat girl.
Yeah, she's backseat girl. Now they started calling me front seat. Yeah, backseat and front seat. Yes.
But my question about you and Bali is, you guys released a spicy tape. It got leaked.
Yes, it did.
I'm not even gonna lie, I saw it.
You saw it? Okay.
I found that shit. I was like, I'm taking a look.
Yeah.
Right now.
Bali ate my pussy. She did.
Mm-hmm.
So we're really close. I love her. She's like a sister to me. Oh my God, I need to stop saying that. Sorry. She's a really good friend. Bestie, I meant to say.
I feel like friends can eat each other out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just like, it was just fun. Like, I don't know. It was just fun. We were just exploring. We were just two girls having fun. Like, what do girls do for fun, I guess?
Yeah. I mean, I just exposed that Camilla ate mine, so it's fine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How was it?
Yeah. It was great. Great experience. Yeah.
Oh, she's good. She's a good munch.
We're beefing right now. So, like, yeah. I would just said, like, you can, like, stop being my friend, but you can't uneat this cooch, bitch. So.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. I'm gonna use that one on Bali when I'm mad at her.
Yeah. You can be mad at me, but you can't uneat this pussy. You know what I mean?
She did. She ate my pussy. It was awesome. And now we're closer than ever.
I love that.
So it brought us closer together, I think.
I honestly, yeah. I mean, do you guys think that you guys like gravitated towards each other because you are relatively going through not the same experiences, but similar?
Oh, absolutely.
As moms.
Absolutely. I think that's definitely why we like got so close so fast. We hung out and we just had never separated since then. We hung out one time. I just invited her on a night out. I had some friends visiting me in Dallas and we just wanted to go out. They wanted some girls. And I was like, shit, I only know one in Dallas, and it was Bali. And we had only talked to each other online. Yeah. And I was like, we were actually beefing at first because she called me a fucking prostitute. Fucking bitch.
Oh, I think
you can call me a prostitute, but you can't uneat this pussy.
I think I heard things.
Yeah. It started off with us beefing over Santos. over Santos.
Girl, you beefed over Santos?
No, she beefed over him
okay.
because I hung out with him right after they had messed around, and she thought like something of it. I guess she did like him. She did like him genuinely.
Oh,
mind you, Santos was the like her like fourth body. She was in a 5-year relationship, and that was the first guy she got with after that relationship. So I get it. I understand like. When you're with somebody for so long and then you finally sleep with somebody else, you may catch feels a bit. Like that's totally understandable.
Yeah.
So that's why
that person, after you get out of a long-term relationship, fucks you up.
Yeah, so I think that's why we beefed at first, because of Santos, because she, had a little bit of feelings for him. Then she saw us hanging out. We were on live, kissing, obviously. And then so I invited her out one night, and we just like never have been apart since then. And she flew out to LA and she hasn't left.
Oh.
Yeah, she had never been to LA. I invited her to LA and she hasn't left, and now she lives in LA with me.
Why? I guess I kind of need Valor for this, but
I know. I think she took the roles to get food.
maybe we can invite her on here when she's back, and I can ask all those questions about her specifically.
Oh, but also to answer your question, yes, I do think we gravitated towards each other because we're both moms. Yeah. We're both young moms. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot for us to bond over, and like just, of course, that's the reason why. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I assumed.
Yeah.
You guys are close.
We're pretty close.
You guys are really close.
Yeah.
Well, I want to get into my segment.
Okay.
Okay. I have photos of people, and you have to describe them in 2 words.
Okay. I'm like an idiot, so hopefully I'm good at this. I'm so sorry, guys. You guys know I have like no fucking brain cells.
Shout out to my assistant, Taylor/sister, who printed these amazing pictures out. Okay?
2 words. 2 words.
2 words. Or 1.
2 words. Clout chaser. That's just 2 words. You said 2 words that came to mind, so.
We'll talk about that later. We're going to get into that, okay? I'm going to let the camera see.
Oh my God, fat torta.
I sense some beef.
It's there.
Camera?
Oh my God. Abusive narcissist.
Those were some big words.
I meant them. I'm scared.
This one's a curveball, okay?
Oh my God. Little boy.
Cheers. Okay.
Aww. Love him.
Really?
Yeah, I love Santos. Hey, that's just the first 2 words that came to mind. I'm sorry.
Oh, I love him.
I should have said sex tape.
He lied on your nunu.
He did, but it's because he was friends with my baby daddy. That's why. That's why he lied about his sleeping schedule.
You're not mad at him for being friends with your baby daddy?
No, because they're not friends anymore.
But when they were friends, were y'all beefing?
No, me and Santos were fine. I mean, I'm not in charge of who people are friends with. I'm not like controlling like that. Like you can totally be friends with my ex and be friends with me. I don't really give a fuck. So I'm not one of those. I'll keep this one. I'm gonna take this to him tonight.
Yeah, you can put it on your fridge or something.
Yeah, this one. Oh fuck that shit. Hell no. Irrelevant. I gave you clout. I made you.
He kind of gives me the. I'm sorry, Chairs. I don't know you, but you kind of give me that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's revisit. Actually, let's do Ashley Trevino, because I don't think that there's a lot of explanation on your friendship.
Yeah.
On your
Santos introduced us. That's how I met Ash.
Okay.
Santos introduced us. She did not like me at first because she did like Santos, and me and him are messing around. But when we finally met, we actually did get along at first. Like she ended up liking me. Like we went to San Antonio together. Like I picked her up in Austin. Like we were doing shit. We were actually just genuinely hanging out. Like I've hung out with her kids, gone out to dinner with them. Okay. We've gone shopping.
Shout out to Haley.
Yeah. So
and Brianna.
It started off as just like, we met through Santos. We were friends. And then as soon as I left back to LA, I don't know if it's like she's jealous of my lifestyle or something, but she just started talking shit about me.
Yeah, I saw a lot of.
It was super random. I don't know.
TikTok.
Yeah.
Clips of
and then when she came to LA, she tried to meet up for lunch with Vale. And I was actually going to like pull up on her without her knowing, but she ended up not doing it. So.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I was just going to like be like, surprise, bitch.
Does her new smell?
I know everyone asked me if Ash Trevino smells. Bitch, I didn't smell her. Why would I go around smelling motherfuckers? Like, I did not smell her.
I feel like that's the first thing I would do if I met Ash Trevino.
Just smell her?
Yeah.
Ash.
You want to know how it smells? Don't ask Brianna.
Ask Santos. He knows. Yeah, him and, when she got drunk, she told me that they slept together. The first thing she ever said to me when she was drunk, the first time I met her, she's like,
he was in her new. He was.
Yes, unfortunately, I am
Eskies with Ash
I am
Trevino.
Eskimo sister with Ash Trevino. That's fucking horrible, but
so
yes.
This is the truth. You and Santos slept together. Ash Trevino and Santos slept together. Like,
yes.
For sure, true. Like,
yeah, she told me that they slept together twice.
How did that happen?
I guess he was really drunk.
How drunk?
Like, he must have been blacked out both times.
I mean, he's 19. Did she know he was 19?
Apparently she didn't. But I don't know. She probably liked it, the fact that he was 19.
Yeah, I mean, she was just on live, like, getting
freaky
with a 23-year-old. So, like, what?
Yeah, I mean, I can't say too much. I literally have an OnlyFans. I get freaky on the internet too, but not
though.
Yeah, no, not for free. Fuck no.
Anyone could have joined that and been like, hello.
I'm a paid hoe, not a free hoe. Like, come on now.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. Okay.
I have respect.
We said some crazy things about the internet's queen bop. Okay.
Yeah, queen bop.
Camilla.
I know. I don't know why the first thing that came to mind was clout chaser. That's what very much she gives, which is not a bad thing. Like, I think she owns it. Like, she owns being.
I don't think she's ever been like, yeah, I'm not clout chasing right now. I think she's always been like, it's marketing, ho. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she paints it as marketing, and I'm like, okay, it's smart. Like, I have respect. Like,
I think she owns up to everything.
Absolutely.
I can't like hate on Camilla for that one because she always will always take accountability for everything she does online.
For sure, which I think is so respectable about her. And like, she, like you said, she is queen bop. So respect.
So there's no beef between you and Camilla.
She was in my live gifting me a few galaxies. I appreciated that. But no, shout out for the $30. Like, that bought my fucking coffee or something. But no beef with Camilla, no. But I did hear that her OnlyFans is a scam. I heard that she scams on OnlyFans. I heard that she uses like prosthetics over everything.
Prosthetics?
Like, she doesn't actually
like fake tit?
No, not a fake tit. Like, I heard she like so like when she does like coochie content, I heard she like puts like a fake thing over it so you don't actually ever see her cooch. I don't know if that's true. I don't know. I don't buy her content. I've never seen it. So maybe that's a rumor. Did she fucking just get me? Did she just market? Did she just use me for marketing?
She just did.
Fuck. She got me. Fuck.
She go
I just drove people to her fucking OnlyFans. Yeah. Fuck. Okay. Yeah. No, she got my ass.
Okay.
Well, she is the queen of marketing, so yeah.
Well, no beef between Brianna Olsen and Camilla.
Yeah, no beef.
No beef.
No. Current beef is Brianna Chicken Fry, Josh Richards, and his girlfriend.
Just about to ask you.
Oh my God. That was so fucking random.
I saw that, the Sway House was having a reunion and
their last
Saddle Ranch, right?
So the last day of filming, they decided to go to Saddle Ranch.
Okay.
I didn't know they were going to be there. Me and my team had went to Saddle Ranch because we always go there, like just for vibes, drinks, dinner. Okay. We had just moved into the Clout House, so we wanted to go celebrate. And the Clout House is like right next to Saddle Ranch, right down Hollywood Hills. And so, we were just going, and then we accidentally like get on their stream, and their stream starts like spamming, like, oh, that's Bri and Bali, that's Bri and Bali. So then they like were like, who are these girls? And they were asking their chat, and their chat was like, oh, they're like these deadbeat moms. And I think, all those guys were drunk. Like Josh and Anthony, they were all fucking wasted, from what I could tell. So
were you wasted?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Is that why you said you're gonna bitch slap Gabby?
Okay, bro. There's no way that this is a thing. I got so much.
She's so beautiful.
It's not about her being beautiful. That's not why I was gonna bitch slap her.
What happened? She seems so nice.
Okay, the thing about me is like, if you're gonna say some shit about me, like I'm gonna go lower than you. Like I'm gonna hit hell and beyond when you beef with me. So I really only brought her into the beef because like Josh was, talking shit about me, saying that I was a bad mom. Mind you, he knows nothing about me. He was just reading his chat, right? So him and Anthony were basically like saying that on their stream that I was a bad mom, like go take care of your kid and da-da-da-da. So, they were throwing shots at me publicly. So, I threw one back. I was like, look, if I would have heard you say that and not seen it the next day, I literally would have bitch slapped you. And, just for funsies, I just threw Gabby in there. I was like, yeah, I'll bitch slap Gabby too. Just to go lower than them, sometimes I just be yapping.
I don't think that you have beef with Gabby.
I don't have beef with Gabby.
I think you have beef with Josh.
I have
making assumptions of maybe just from his chat about your character.
Correct. Yeah. And like at the end of the day, I took it as like, look, these guys.
I'm gonna bitch slap you and your girl.
Yeah, I just threw her in there. I'm sorry. You were just like extra.
Yeah, maybe let's have a public apology to Gabby
now.
All right,
Gabby Mora. I'm sorry I said I was gonna bitch slap you. I didn't mean it, but I will still bitch slap Josh Richards dead ass. He fucking deserves it. Yeah. He's a guy talking about me as a parent he's a guy who doesn't have kids. He doesn't know anything. Like you have no room to talk. You don't know shit. You're just listening to the internet. It's fine. It's fine, bud.
Okay, and how do you feel about Brianna Chicken Fry? I love her. I feel like she's so funny.
She can be funny. I just didn't like how she like went on her podcast and said, the only thing I need to worry about is like CPS or something. I don't know. It's super weird to me when like people I don't know are just like constantly like using my kid against me. It's like, bro, the only thing people say to me is just like they go for kids. I'm like, just leave the kids out of it. Like, if anything, like if you don't like me because I'm obnoxious, I'm a bitch, I party too much, I'm this, I'm that, just okay, I'll take it. But it's like, why bring up my kid? Like always, that's what people go for it. And I'm like, that's just such a low blow. So I'm like, okay, whatever.
Talking about another person that I love and that you hate.
Oh God.
Pekka.
Oh, I don't hate Pekka. I was totally trolling her.
Really?
I think a lot of like my online beef is like a lot of us are just trolling.
Okay.
I mean,
but have you guys had like conversations outside of TikTok Live?
No, never. No. She may genuinely like not like me because I'm not like a likable person to most people online. But I mean, it may be just one-sided beef because I don't have a problem with anybody online.
I'm like, I love Pekka. I love her.
I think she's funny. She's funny for sure. But we just got on live and I was drunk, so I was just trolling her. I saw that she was live with my baby daddy, so I was like, this is perfect time. And you have to remember a lot of things I do is like a lot of like rage bait, clickbait. Yeah. So like, if it was easy to beef with her, so I was like, okay, cool. Okay. So a lot of people that I'm beefing with, I'm not actually beefing. It's for social media.
No beef with Pekka.
No actual beef, but I am fighting an influencer in a boxing match. She milks cows for a living.
You are so chaotic.
Yeah, she called me out, and I literally told her, I was like,
who?
Okay, so fuck. Her name's Gemma. Fuck you, Gemma. She called me out to fight me. She like genuinely has a problem with me. Who that is. Yeah, she just like, okay, the whole beef started is because while I was pregnant, she was online with my baby daddy and she made like some sly remark saying like, oh, I'll handle her or something. And I was like, that's so weird because I've never heard about this girl. I was like, what the fuck? I'm just like innocent. I'm just pregnant. I'm like, what the fuck? So then like months later, like a few months ago, I was like on live and I was like, guys, who should I go live with? And they were like, Gemma. They kept spamming my chat. And I was like, why would I go live with Gemma when she talked shit about me while I was pregnant? And then, obviously, everything I say gets clipped. So I got clips saying, why would I go live with Gemma? She talked shit about me while I was pregnant. So then she hops on my live. She's like, what are you talking about? Like, I talked shit about you while you were pregnant. And I was like, yeah, like you did. That's why I was just answering my chat. Mm-hmm. And then she got mad because somebody in my chat was like, who's Gemma? And I was like, oh, just some bitch that milks cows for a living. And I make fun of her because she like lives on a fucking farm. I don't know. So she got mad about that comment. So ever since then, she has like this one-sided beef with me. And apparently, like, she's the voice for all of TikTok. Everyone's like, yeah, beat Brie Olsen's ass. Like, fuck it. So
What is this boxing thing?
Yeah, it's going to be in Dallas in April or May. So it's coming up. Yeah, we have a boxing match.
Have you been training?
I'm going to be training. I'm on vacation right now in Miami. I'm going to be training when I get back. She doesn't know what she's doing. I swear to God, she's going to get knocked out. It's fine. Yeah. All of TikTok is about to be upset because y'all are literally putting your money on her when she sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
I don't know who that is.
She's unimportant, literally. Nobody does.
I forgot to visit this in the beginning of our conversation. Peter Nygard.
Yes.
Sugar daddy of Wild Child Brie.
Yes. Have
you ever had a real job?
No, I've never had a real job. I thought it was normal to like always have men pay for your things.
Crying inside.
Yeah, I thought it was normal to like, either make money from social media or just have sugar daddies or have men pay for your things or like boyfriends. Like, I don't know. I always
Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Texas. My mom literally told me that like, you don't need to be smart, baby girl. You just need to be pretty. She raised me with that mindset. And I think that's why I am the way I am sometimes. I swear to God, it's Lisa's fault.
Lisa.
Fucking Lisa. Yeah. So when I first moved to LA in 2019, I went to a dinner party. And it was of a dinner party at Peter Nygard's house. I didn't know who he was. I just knew he was a billionaire. He was in the fashion industry. Yeah. He was like an empire of all. Like literally, he owned a private island in the Bahamas. Basically, I was scrolling. Okay, so here's how it started. Nobody ever knew that he was my sugar daddy, but people kept asking me on social media, like, how do you not have a job when you have so much money? And finally, I was just like, you know what? Like, my sugar daddy went to prison. There's a Hulu documentary about him. And he left me a lot of money when he went to prison. That's how people found out. How much? I can't say. Undisclosed amount. But I have talked about personal things that I've done with Peter on my spicy OnlyFans. Like, on my, like, OnlyFans Live. Just because, like, everything's kept private there.
Okay.
So he did have a fetish of like people shitting on him and in his mouth. That was his fetish.
You shit in his mouth?
I tried to.
How do you attempt?
I'll try anything once.
How did you attempt? What do you mean you tried? Did you do it or did you try?
Okay.
Did you fail?
When I first met him, the first thing he ever asked me is if I could shit in his mouth. And I tried it. I physically could not. Something was just like not letting me.
You couldn't get it out.
Yeah, I just couldn't. I couldn't do it, but I tried it. And he still paid me. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you ever become successful at it?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
But I think he was aroused by the fact of like trying.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
What did he pay for? What did he buy you?
He just gave me money. He would always just give me like cash. So, yeah. So I still have some of the. He gave me a lot. He gave me a good amount of cash that like I still have some of it till this day, like a good amount.
You should keep one, like $100 bill. And,
yeah, I'm gonna have to frame that shit. Yeah,
PN heart.
And the thing is, I actually have not watched his documentary on Hulu.
Why did he get arrested?
I mean, there's a lot of how do you say, allegations against Peter. But he did officially go to prison for like 11 counts of sexual assault. And in the documentary are his victims telling their story. That's what the documentary is about. Yes. He was also accused of like trafficking women to his island. He was tied to Epstein. Yes. He had a private island.
Are you not worried that he was going to fucking traffic you?
I didn't know any of this. Of this.
He's just giving me money and wants me to shit in his mouth.
Yeah, so I just thought he was a crazy rich mofo. I was like, oh shit, okay, cool. Like,
I'm just gonna keep trying to shit in his mouth.
I'm like la-di-da-di-da, like,
get money from him because
I found out all of this later, like, when he ended up getting arrested and all these.
Did he text you or call you when he got arrested? And
so I had originally signed an NDA when I first met him, so they had reached out to everybody when that was happening to kind of make sure that nobody was going to
come out.
Yeah, come out of the NDA and say anything. But my NDA has since expired, so that's why I'm open about it now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
And you're
NDA,
not really saying anything horrible. It's just he wanted to
yeah, he was a crazy motherfucker. And I always say this, because I've had so many sugar daddies. I will say one thing about men that have a lot of fucking money. When you go your whole life buying whatever girl you want and buying whatever you want in life, like, you get so bored. You've had every girl. You've paid for any bitch you've ever wanted. You've had bitches do whatever you wanted your whole life. Now you get so bored that you just like crazy shit now. So like, it's always the motherfuckers with bread, like real money, that are into the craziest shit, the freakiest shit, because they've had everything in life. They've been able to pay for everything, buy anything in life. So, it's always those rich motherfuckers that like are into the crazy shit.
So you fucked him?
No, we did not. We just did like worse.
What do you mean worse?
Well, he was no. He was into just like, he was into the whole like I said.
Like, so you had sexual relations with him? Like, you didn't? Did you fuck him, Brie?
No, I did not fuck Peter Nygard. No, he was not into that. He was into wanting me to shit in his mouth. He was not worried about sex.
That's all he asked you to do?
I swear to God, that was his kink. I swear to God.
Like, you would just come over and be like, I'm just gonna try to shit in Peter's mouth today.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah. He actually, like, my first time I ever got lip filler in my whole life was because he paid for it. So, shout out.
Shout out to Peter.
That's a good meme. That's a good meme.
Shout out to Peter for paying for,
my first ever lip filler. Yeah. I guess he made me. So, but yeah, he was, despite everything that he was accused of, and if you watch the documentary, they do call him like evil and stuff like that. I still have never watched it. Maybe I should.
I think you should.
My interaction with him, he was very nice to me.
Okay.
He was never like, everything was consensual, obviously. Mm-hmm. I didn't do anything that I wasn't uncomfortable with. It was a mutual agreement. It was a sugar daddy, sugar baby relationship. I was doing things and he was paying me. Like, so it was very consensual. He was always respectful. He was always super nice. I never saw any like dark side to him. And and that's not to discredit, obviously, his victims that have come forward with their stories about him. And obviously, he is serving time for those sexual assaults.
Yeah, there has to be some evidence to prove that he.
Yeah, I mean, for people,
but he didn't do anything to you.
Yeah, my personal experience with Peter Nygard, he was a nice guy to me. So, yeah, that's it.
This one's a big one. Okay.
Okay.
And I've seen TikTok clips of you with your friends asking to go back to your apartment, or asking you to go back to your apartment because it was supposed to be the time that you had with Winter, and they wanted to go party.
I don't recall that.
Do you want me to play it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, I don't remember which moment you're talking about. There's a lot of moments.
I have, I made sure to note some things on my phone.
The receipts.
Okay.
Okay. The video in question. Okay, so that was a conversation. That was a conversation between me and an assistant that I had. He's fired now. He's out of the picture. He did a lot of bad shit.
Your assistant?
Yeah, so he already fired him. I have a new one. But that was a conversation between me and my assistant. And I was basically having a conversation about like what I needed from him. I was telling him that like I wanted to get rid of my apartment so that I can move into this new house that I just got. And he was asking me like, well, where are you going to watch your son? Are you going to bring him to our house to watch him next week when you have him? Or are you taking him to your apartment? That's what the question was in the video. And I think it's something about the T pages. They just find the right time to clip shit just to make, any story out of it. But there was nothing wrong with that conversation. I was literally just telling my assistant that, I'm either going to take care of my son next week at the house we lived in, or I was going to take care of him at my apartment. And I was just basically saying, like, if I have my apartment, because I was planning on getting rid of it at the time. So.
Well, I think it's very obvious that, like, you and your friends, that you love to party and you love to have fun and you love to do this and that and the third. Do you ever think that there's going to be a moment in your life where maybe because you have a child, you outgrow these people and maybe you slow down and you're like, okay, like, maybe I'm not gonna go out and party, and maybe I'm just gonna do like yoga. maybe maybe I'm gonna go to Pilates.
Yeah, I mean everyone outgrows friendships.
Yeah.
And everyone, grows up at some point. What I'm doing right now for my age, I'm 24. I feel like what I'm doing right now is like appropriate things for my age. Like, yeah, I'll obviously get older, and I won't do it as much or at all. For sure, that'll happen in due time.
Due time.
But right now I am young, so yeah, I do still enjoy going out with my friends and things like that. So, but I do try my best, and I will try my best in the future to like have a balance, because I think it's very important for like,
things in excess aren't good for you. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And I think that people,
it may seem like online that I do these things in excess because that's all that I choose to let people see. But obviously, like I have, somewhat of a normal life outside of that. I enjoy doing other things besides partying. I have,
Yeah, what are your hobbies outside of going to the club?
To the club.
To the club.
I don't know. Honestly, I like to sleep. I work a lot.
She's like, I have things outside the club, and then I'm like,
oh,
what are
them real
those?
quick.
And she's like,
no. I enjoy traveling. I enjoy, shopping. Anything that like girls do, like shopping.
Yeah, I go shopping all the
I
time.
love to go out to eat with my girlfriends. Like, just normal things that like consume my day.
Brunch.
Yeah, brunch is like super fun. Like what? So, there's things that I like to do besides partying. That's just what I choose to post, because obviously that is my content. That is my online persona.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, so she's not the party girl we may think she is.
Maybe.
I think you are.
Hey, I like to have fun. And I also like always say like it's mental health for like new moms, like new parents in general, is like so important.
Did you go through that? Like, did you go through like the, what do they call it?
Postpartum.
The baby blues.
I was diagnosed with postpartum depression.
Okay.
So like I do go to therapy for that.
Okay.
I'm
like, what does your therapist think?
Well, my therapist only specializes in that. Not my other issues. Not the other ones going on, apparently. Apparently I have other issues going on. I don't know. I'm going through a lot. But maybe sometimes I do like to, have a night out and like just like relieve some of that stress.
In the
club, yeah. I don't know if that's the healthiest way of doing it, but that is just who I am.
Yeah,
so.
I think that the internet is maybe like telling you like, hey.
But I think it all like ties back to like, why should I have to like stop doing anything that I'm doing just because I'm a mom? Like you can still have fun and be a parent.
I think parents.
But like I said,
fun.
I'm trying my best, moving forward to have a balance.
Okay.
To have a balance.
What are you gonna
I want to balance that. I want to balance like, being a mom, being present, and raising my son, and also still doing some of the things I enjoy doing, like going out.
Okay.
So, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
And I hope to see that.
Yeah.
I hope to see that because again, like I'm just a person who like is watching you online and is taking everything in, and like obviously, like you said, everything is looking like like you're just this huge party girl, which you may be, but like. I hope that in the future I see you like doing like kid content.
Yeah.
Like okay, taking baby to the mall. You know what I mean? Like I hope to see those things for you.
Yeah, I mean, if I ever do choose to make like my son more a part of my like platform, people will see that content from me. But right now he's not a part of my content. My content is just other things right now.
Oh, and he is so cute.
Yeah.
I forgot to say that.
Oh, yeah,
I think that's like the cutest baby I've ever seen.
Yeah, he's a cute baby. He's a cute baby.
He's so beautiful.
Yeah, I love him. He's the best.
I don't know how you couldn't. Like, I don't know. Like,
oh my God, yeah. It like almost makes me want another.
Who would you have another baby with?
I don't know. Should I have another one with my baby daddy? So that there's no like.
Keep it in the fam.
I mean, keep it in the fam.
No step sisters, step brothers.
No, yeah.
Here.
I'm like, I always think about that. I'm like, damn, I don't want Winter to have like half siblings. That sucks. But I would have
Would
to.
you ever get back together with 2K? Like, let's say, okay, we're painting a picture, right? You guys fall in love again. You guys settle all your differences. You fall in love again.
I can't even imagine that. That would never happen.
I can't either.
I mean, he's not the same person that he used to be.
That's okay.
The old person that I used to think that I liked, he's not that person anymore, so that would never happen.
He probably feels the same way about you.
Yeah, for sure. Like, we're both totally different people. I mean, we met when we were so young. We were 22. You know, now we're, like, about to turn 25, and we have a kid together, and, like, all this stuff has happened. So I can never imagine, like, us ever, you know, dating again. That's just not what I want. I don't like to go backwards, and I don't like to, like, I'm not like a Captain Save-A-Ho. Like, you know, if the relationship didn't work, it didn't work. So, like, fuck it.
Do you have a new man?
Yeah, I do have a new man. I live with him.
Who's your man?
Yeah, he's very private. Very, very private.
Here?
No social media. He's here, yes. He actually brought me to Miami.
Did I just see him?
Yes. He's in the room over there. He's very supportive. He just bought, you know, he just got me this house in LA.
Okay.
You know, so that I can live there and, like, do my content there and, like, you know, portray that, like, lifestyle that I do online just to, like.
So he's really supportive of what you do, you know. Is he supportive
super supportive,
of. Yeah. Oh, okay. So I saw a TikTok clip.
It's always TikTok.
Always got the TikTok clips. Of, you know, him basically saying that he didn't want, like, 2K's kid. Like, he didn't
Okay, so that was not a clip. Like I said, the T pages are so fucking sneaky.
Okay.
That was not my boyfriend. That was that assistant that I fired. Yeah. So the conversation was, so my son was supposed to come visit me, and me and my assistant were having the conversation on live about, like, my apartment. Remember I told you? And I was like, yeah, I was joking. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna bring him here. I'm gonna bring him to the house so y'all can babysit for me.
Okay.
I was joking, you know. I'm having a conversation with a friend.
2Ks.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my assistant was like, you know, I don't want some kid that's 2K's kid. So he did say that.
Yeah. Did
But that was not. But that was not.
Like, hey, that's still my kid. I would have fucking. Ripped him a new one.
If it was my boyfriend,
I would have been.
If it was my boyfriend, like everyone thought it was.
Yeah,
absolutely.
but I'm paying you. Like,
yeah.
You work. Like, when I tell you,
he was
like,
already doing other weird shit. There's a reason why he got fired. Like, a lot of reasons, but he was already a weirdo. So I mean, I expected him to say something weird like that. Like, he was always saying shit like that.
Okay.
And you know, it was a big reason why.
Is your new man supportive of you being a mom and your child, and is he willing to step up to the plate? I mean, going into a relationship with a single mom, or, like, not even a single, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, going into a relationship with a woman who has a child, you kind of have to be prepared to, like, okay, when the time comes, I'm going to have to step up and be somewhat of a parental figure. It may not have to be a dad. It may not have to be, but I'm going to have to be a responsible parental figure for this child that's not mine, but it's someone that I love.
Yeah, so with my current partner, we have not, like, talked about that yet, just because we also have, like,
I'm, like, going ahead of the game.
There's
like,
there's
maybe y'all can talk about it after.
And also, like, everyone's gonna have their own opinions on this, but, you know, like, how do I say this? Yes, if you date somebody long term, they will eventually be a part of your kid's life.
Exactly.
Yes, and, you know, when the time comes down, the conversation, the time comes, but, you know, it's still so early that we haven't had that conversation, just because it's, you know, there's not any, like, you know, we don't want to, like, jump ahead, you know, jump too far ahead. And also we have a court order.
You have to also prove yourself to be in my kid's
you know,
life.
I'm taking it one step at a time. Like,
yeah, like,
you know,
prove
like,
yourself to me.
My partner is separate from my child.
Of course.
So I keep that separate until there's a time where it needs to not be separate. Then we deal with it then.
I think you guys should have that conversation. Like, if the time comes.
Yeah, for sure.
What I mean?
I mean, there's just so much that we're doing right now. So, you know, like I said, when the time is right, you know, we'll have that conversation. I'm sure it'll be fine. If not, then, you know,
period.
On to the next.
On to the next. So many fish in the sea.
Yeah.
You don't want to be my stepdaddy.
Yeah.
You don't want to be my.
The applications will be put back out there, I guess.
So applications are off.
Stepdaddy applications are off. Not looking for a stepdaddy. So.
Okay. Boyfriend applications off.
Yeah. Currently taken.
Boot up.
But for the right price. I'm just kidding. Fuck.
I see you in all these luxurious cars. That's his?
Yes.
Okay.
So he.
What does he do?
Oh man. Okay.
Can I ask these questions? I know he's private.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Okay. No. I've talked about this.
Okay.
Him and his business partner that you also met.
Okay.
They own like 18 supercars, and they rent them out. So like luxury car rentals.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why we have all the nice cars. But they own them. Like they're theirs. They're not rentals. Like we're not renting them. We're renting them to people.
Okay.
So a lot of
Okay, she made this very clear. They own them. They rent it out to other people.
Yeah, they're not rentals.
Okay.
Yeah, because a lot of people like to be like, oh, that's a rental, that's a rental. And I'm like,
Yeah.
even if it was, like, rentals are expensive as fuck a day. So, like, that's actually ridiculous if I was renting a supercar every day.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's
People
what he
say
does.
my car is a rental, so it's fine.
Yeah, so rentals only.
That's just like the internet's first response to any.
Yeah, it's
nice
like supposed to be a
supercar.
disc, but it's like not really a disc because that's still really fucking
Like
expensive.
I'm
to
just
do.
gonna wrap it, change the interior, do everything I could possibly do to this
a
car
rental. Yeah.
to a rental.
Yeah, so that's what he does. Yeah, he's
Okay.
and he's younger
He's
than
up.
me. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that you purchased like $70,000 worth of watches on his car.
I did. Yeah.
Why,
I did.
girl?
Well, we ended up. Okay, so it was Valentine's Day, and I thought it was a good idea.
Happy Valentine's Day to me and all of my friends.
Yeah, so I got us all like matching
You're
Rolexes.
insane.
I know. We ended up like returning them, and he got something else for that money, but like he got credit as a jeweler.
Oh,
So he got something else. I think he ended up getting another watch or something.
But you kept yours?
Yeah, no, I didn't keep mine. We returned all of them. He was really pissed about that. He got over it in like 2 days, but we were arguing about it for a bit. But he put me as an authorized user, so I'm like, look, dude, like, you're asking for it. So, sorry, love you. I'll do it again, too.
Holy
Don't
shit.
try me. Don't piss
try
me off.
Don't piss me
I'm
off.
still an authorized user.
I will.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I didn't lose privileges after that stunt. It was just a little fight. A little
Yeah,
disagreement.
it was just like a little.
Every couple has their disagreements. Ours was just
And yours-
$70,000 worth of disagreements. My bad. Oops.
$70,000 is insane.
Yeah, but I told him, I was like, you'll live. He did. And I said, babe, what do I always tell you? At the end of the day ends, so just get the fuck over it.
Oh my God.
So,
Get
yeah.
over it.
Yeah.
Get over $70,000.
He lived. We're past that. Yes. Won't happen again, maybe.
No more. No
I know,
more.
I shouldn't, huh?
You look.
Is that
Can you
financial abuse?
Can you show your wrist?
Oh, yes. This is my push present when I had my son.
She's good. She
Yeah, I'm
doesn't need another.
Oh, I do.
You don't need more. No.
He does take care of me. He likes to spoil me.
Maybe
so.
some bags.
Yeah.
I love bags.
He does spoil me. I mean, he just got me a huge house at
Yeah.
the top of Hollywood Hills. So what more can I ask for right now?
Exactly.
So I'm very happy. I'm happy.
No more $70,000 purchases.
I'm sorry.
No more.
This is my apology. I don't think I ever apologized to him. Fuck.
Okay, look into the camera.
Babe, I'm so sorry that I spent $70,000 on your card, but don't fuck with me because I'll do it again. Love you. That's as best of an apology as I can get. It's all he's getting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think that we went through, almost all your lore.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah,
And it's going to continue after today. I'm seeing Santos tonight. And
I'm sure I'm going to have some more things to talk about after tonight. And hopefully that doesn't get leaked.
I know.
Girl.
I know.
gonna
I
ruin
think
your
it'll be
bag.
fine. No. It won't. It'll be fine. But yeah, I think we did cover everything.
Yeah.
And if anything, when you guys are watching this, if you think we missed anything and you want to have me come back for more, I'm super down.
Okay.
And maybe we'll do like a drunk podcast.
She's completely sober right now.
I am
Came
sober
over here
right now.
sober. And I'm really proud of her. And you answered all those questions really well. So,
Yeah, thank you.
yeah, if we missed anything, maybe we can do a part 2.
Yeah. Do you guys want to see that?
Maybe
That'd be
we'll
fun.
run it out in LA.
Oh, yeah. You got to come to the MILF House. MILF House LA.
House.
Yeah. Do you guys want to see her at MILF House LA?
I would be cheating on the Asian house.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're part of Asian House.
Yeah.
And who's that with?
Joy.
Okay, she was part of Bop House. I saw that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm actually half Asian.
Yeah, I saw your comment.
Yeah.
on my
Should
thing.
I like
Actually-
low key like? Oh fuck.
We actually need some.
Whoa. Maybe foreshadowing a little bit. Yeah.
Are we
maybe.
foreshadowing her
Yeah.
joining?
Am I cheating on MILF House? I can be a part of 2. I'm Asian and I'm a MILF.
You got to pick a side. You
Yeah.
got to pick one.
I couldn't tell what you were. What are you?
I'm Filipino.
Full?
Half.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell.
German and Filipino. Yeah.
What do I look like? Like
You
if
look
you didn't know.
Latina.
I'm half Latina, yeah.
Yeah.
Half Latina.
You look Latina.
People think I'm like black sometimes. I get really tan. I'm just like, yeah, fuck it, I am. Whatever you want me to be.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
Well, do you have any last words? Maybe a piece of advice, or I don't know.
I don't think anyone wants to hear my advice. Any last words?
Sure.
Honestly, I hope that I answered everything like as honest as I can. You guys know that I am unapologetically me. So yeah, I'm gonna stay true to that. I think I answered everything exactly how I wanted to. Yeah, and I am fucking sober right now. See, I can be sober.
She's so sober.
I'm so sober now, sadly.
Anyways. Thank you so much for coming on.
Of course. It was so nice
Thank you for flying to Miami.
I know. I needed an excuse to go on vacation, so fuck it, we're outside.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.
Bye, guys.